I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, gun.
Here's Mostert. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Mostert. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
11.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. On play action, now Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
First and 10.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to work. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
2nd and 11. This is Mostert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out right at the 35.
His pass.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Murray again, this is Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
7-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's the reason we going for circle right twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Throwing again, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
49er. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Cardinals nothing.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers, and now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. They find some open field here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 3 yards remain for second down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 34
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
First and goal.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the... Playing as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Drake. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cardinals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is born. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Murray. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Murray able to find Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Arizona.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And this one is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Murray. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
For the field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of a long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Got the connection here to Bourne. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
I got them. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Back.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Isabella. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 24, Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown.
Christian Kirk. 49 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Garoppolo now. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yards that time on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10
at their own 22-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First down, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2nd and 6 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out one for the sake, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
54, mark, 54, mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch control, watch control.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Murray, he'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Cardinal 1st down.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
On 1st and goal, Drake looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Quan Allen.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Drake, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
touchdown, Arizona.
A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he knocks it through.
makes the score Cardinals 21, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On first down, Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 2nd and 8 coming up. Right back to Drake. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Drake. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Push him back. Push him back. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down right around the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And this.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
49.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo.
At the 36.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Garoppolo to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
So for now, because all they've done is throw the football, if you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here we go. Hey, John.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Arizona, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.